Guys, I hope that you have a beautiful day today. I was thinking actually, what can I tell you more about the interviewing part and from the recruiter perspective that can help you get a job? So basically, I would say there are a few things that not always are mentioned, and those could be the cases where you never actually got a job that you wanted. So first of all, recruiters really look at your communication skills, meaning like if you're telling like your whole story to us, then you're not going to be selected because we want the people who are going to be more like telling us about straightforward about the experience, your role, what you have done so far, and what are the touch points with our company that could lead both of us to like success and you to growth. So I would say like don't mention the things that are like I did this one because my family did something, or like I came here because I went for the vacation. Don't give like the really unnecessary details. It doesn't bring you anything basically, and it puts you like it gives actually the impression to the recruiter that like your communication skills are not really good. This was the first one. The second part is always like don't make circles once you're like talking about your experience. So don't jump like from one experience to another, then come back to the previous experience. It's meaning like I can really easily get lost in the information that a candidate is like telling me. So I would say like if you can avoid this, definitely like sometimes you have to jump from one experience to another if it's bonded. But if you don't have to do it, don't do it, because that most of the time is very confusing. And also the recruiters, they just get lost in what you're talking about, and it's not always you're talking wrong, but like because of making circles, they would have to ask you like 3 times and about the same thing, and it's also not, it doesn't give a good impression as well. I would say also one more thing is that be prepared also, like once you're going for the interview, the third thing I would say is like be prepared with the with knowing something about the company. Even though you like were active sourced and you were invited for the interview, it's always better to know at least like what the product the company is offering on the market, and or what service the company is offering on the market, so that you can get like a better give actually better impression about yourself as well. And I would say like the fourth part that you should be really also aware of is that you should know actually something about the position that you'll be working in. And that is also like the plus point that can give you the job later on, because it means like you're interested and you're driven as well. And also don't like try to answer the questions like straightforward. Just don't like answer the questions, give like the answer first communication actually replies to the questions that are being asked to you. So like if you're being asked about a particular thing, don't really try to go like very much outside the topic that you're being asked about, because most of the time like the recruiter is going to ask you the question 2 times, but if it's going to be more repeated than this amount of times, then it's not really going to be very beneficial for you. And I would say also the fifth part, like come very confident. I would say like this is also the first point, like if you're going for the interview, like the recruiter understands that you can be stressed actually, and that's why like there is a small talk most of the time on the beginning of the interview, so that is like a more like a normal talk, not really like very structured interview, and that you can feel like free in it. But also like come very confident, and like basically you know actually the best what you have done, so just go straight with like your responsibilities of the role with your companies that you have been working for, and not really try to go outside of that. I mean, like tell about your like skills or like projects that you have been working on. I would say that's why it's not always really that good to put all the projects that you have been working on in your CV. Sometimes also leave some, I would say, like surprise for the recruiters, and just tell them like about the very amazing experience that you have gathered, I don't know, during a boot camp or like some other project that you have been working on. You don't have to like write everything word to word in your CV that you're gonna say, because then you're gonna impress the recruiter even more. And I would say also ask questions. I think this is the thing that most of the candidates think that it's really wrong to ask questions. Actually, guys, you should really do this. Like we as recruiters, we really enjoy like being asked questions. I mean, not like the stupid questions that are like self-explanatory, or like the questions that like I mean, like the questions, whatever you're gonna ask, like there's no stupid questions, I mean, but like they have to be related kind of to the job, you know what I mean? So if you're gonna ask them, it also gives a really good impression. It means like you're interested in the company, in the position as well. And yeah, I would say like those are the tips that should definitely help you to get the like your dream job that you're willing to get and you cannot get since like a long time. And I mean, recruiter also don't mention that, but like a lot of candidates are really not being selected due to their like communication skills, because it means like if you're not giving the straightforward answer that like I would say we want to hear, but I would say like the answers to the questions that we ask, it's going to mean that like with stakeholders, your communication is also going to be poor. And obviously it takes some time to like learn it and all, but I mean, like you can just improve it. Just going straight through the project and like the task that you have been doing in like previous companies, and also related with the task that you want to do in this company, and also like as the impression for this person that's going to be interviewing you. You can do some research about the company, and basically also relate those skills. So say like, oh, you know, and I really was willing to learn about, obviously if that's true. If that's not true, like don't say that, because most of the time like you would have to explain that. So if this is something that you're not really sure about, like never mention that. And I would say just be confident and you're gonna get that job. Like sometimes it's even better to be like more confident than like, experience is not always the biggest clue in this one, but basically how you like structure whatever you say, and also how much confident you are, because I suppose there's like really a lot of people that come to the interview not really confident, and you have to believe in yourself. Like you're better than you ever think. And I would say like, you know, like everybody was ever in that stage that that actually they never had, they were applying for the first job, or they were like switching the position as well, like due to the different circumstances, like I don't know, the work environment wasn't too good for them, or something wasn't that much properly working. So I would say just be confident and you're gonna get that job. Thank you so much for listening, guys, today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like, subscribe, and comment my content, comment this video. And if you want to get more advices from like recruiter perspective, also let me know. Maybe there's something that's that you're really curious about, and you never heard it, and you really want to like get also the perspective from the other side. So I would be truly like, I could truly like help you in this one. And yeah, thank you so much for today. Bye, guys.